So, you clicked on this video because you want to know how and where it all started. And it surely didn't start by laying here on the couch on my back doing nothing. So, I'm gonna get off the couch and see you in a bit. Now we are ready, we are off the couch, so a warm welcome to Gothenburg and Sannegården. This is my place, my home and my castle. I live beautifully by the water, and it's a bit of ironic how did I come up with the idea to become a mountaineer when I literally live 0 meters above sea level. Here's a little tour of the area where I live. Enjoy the beautiful scenery, and I will tell you a short story how I ended up here and how I started and got into mountaineering. So enjoy the nice views. Well, I packed a bag with 9 kilos. This was back in 2008. I left Sweden to live and work in Ireland, and I was working in IT. But I was thinking for a while to become the next Michael Flatley and take his spot as the main character in the Riverdance show. But if you see in my dance moves, it is pretty clear that dancing was not meant for me. So I stuck to the computers instead, which I know is pretty good. Well, after 4 years, I was now ready to come back home to Gothenburg and where most of my friends and family are. So I started a new job. I was living out of a suitcase. I was moving from apartment to apartment with my suitcase, and it was annoying. So I needed to find a permanent place to live. And believe me, I was looking. So I called a real estate agent in the area because I saw that they were building something new here. So I called her up, expressed my interest, and she said that there was like 2 apartments left, so I had to pay the deposit just like right now, otherwise it will be gone. And at the time there was nothing more than a pile of dust, but I said, all right, let's go. So I paid the deposit and waited 2 years. So I moved around with my suitcase apartment to apartment, but after 2 years I got my keys to my brand new apartment and I moved in. And that's how I ended up here, where I am right now. Now we know how I got here. Now let's figure out how I got into mountain climbing. Let me tell you, it was here it happened, by the water. It was here I pick up the phone and call one of my best friends, Murre. So, me and Murre, we met back in Ireland in 2008. We worked there together. He left a bit before me, so he moved back to the southern parts of Sweden, and then a few years later, I moved back to Gothenburg, and then now he has moved back up here to Gothenburg. So now we are connected once more. But it was me and Murre who was going to do this together. I pitched the idea to Murre and said, are you up for climbing the highest mountain in Sweden, Kebnekaise? And he said yes. And neither of us had much experience with the mountains, so we had no idea really what we were getting ourselves into. And do you remember what I talked about in the previous video about daring to take that first step? And if you haven't seen that video, there will be a link in the end of this video, so you can go and check that out. We had now taken the first step and we had decided, yes, we're gonna go climb Kebnekaise. So we thought, what do we need besides ourselves? We start making a light list of the most basic things that we would need for the climb. We realized a good start is to have a pair of hiking boots and a backpack and a sleeping bag and a sleeping pad and some shell clothing is a good start. You don't need too much to start, so just get the most basic stuff and get going. Murre came up to Gothenburg and we went out to buy the gear that we didn't have, and we had now booked our flights to Kiruna through Stockholm, so soon we were on our way to the highest mountain in Sweden, Kebnekaise. We even set up the tent in the living room like the pros we are, just to see if we could manage to pitch the tent. And it all went great, so now we felt ready to take on Kebnekaise. So how would it go? Would we even make it to Nikkaluokta, which is the first stop before heading towards the mountain? Stay tuned for the next episode to find out more about what we were thinking, or if we even were thinking at all. And if you like this video, give a thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, see you and take care. Bye-bye.